Hi, welcome back. Hope everyone's having a lovely day, a lovely night, just enjoying what you can with this Trony event. And if you use your skill resets, make sure you use them. Remember, they do expire. And before we get started today, I just want to say once again, thank you for all the support. It's crazy how fast we're growing and that we're getting towards 400 subs right now. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. That's really crazy. And when we hit 500, I unlocked something, so I'll try to talk about that in the future, which is going to be kind of cool, but it's honestly up to you guys. That being said, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just really excited just because it's awesome that this community is growing really well, and I just love all the support you guys give and all the feedback and ideas you've given me for content and stuff, or just, you know, cheering me on and just watching the videos. I honestly didn't think that many people would be watching my videos, but on my analytics, I see the uptime, like the watch time go up and up, like in hours, which means a lot of people are watching, like more than just like a minute or something and just skimming through, and that's crazy to me. So thank you so much for even wanting to like care and listen to my content. That's really sweet of you. So thank you. But what I wanted to talk about today was kind of different because I've seen a few people talk about it, and I really wanted to talk about what it meant for Nikke, because as you can see from the title of the video, there's a new project happening at ShiftUp, and I wanted to talk about what it probably means for Nikke down the line. And there are a few articles, there are a few different outlets that are talking about this, but I'm going to talk about from the Jamatsu article, because if I'm correct, I think Jamatsu talks a lot about JP stuff, so I feel like they're more reliable in terms of someone like IGN, where they just kind of, they make it seem like third-hand information when there's obvious first-hand information that they can make it sound better. I didn't like the IGN articles the way they were written, so I'm just going to talk about the Jamatsu article. And I'll put it on screen right here. And as you can see, it says, ShiftUp considering Stellar Blade PC version and sequel. Cross-platform project codenamed Project Witches. So, we already knew that's, like, that ShiftUp was thinking about a Stellar Blade PC port. It's kind of obvious with how much support they got from the PS5 release. Obviously, there were some controversies and stuff that were kind of dumb to me, but Stellar Blade was a success for them. And the fact that they're debating on a sequel and a PC port is no surprise. A lot of people are enjoying that game, and I have a PS5, but I don't play my PS5 enough to justify buying it. I rather wait for the PC port, because as far as I'm aware, this 3080 is just the Nikke like player. This guy, I have an overpriced Nikke computer pretty much. But that being said, they also talked about something interesting that Jamatsu talks about, and that's actually a new project that they announced that's going to be a cross-platform project called Project Witches. And it said that the studio revealed in its initial public offering filing on the Korea Composite Stock Price Index. And it says right here, according to the filing, Project Witches is currently in the early stages of development with plans to launch globally across console, PC, and mobile with crossplay in 2027 or later. I really want to emphasize that or later part, because I feel like a lot of people are making like Doom posts already, and it's not necessary at all. And then anyway, it's also described as ShiftUp's next generation mega subculture intellectual property that will surpass Goddess of Victory Nikke. Now, I don't know if this is some translation error to me. I do not like that wording that they did of surpassing Nikke. I feel like they're implying that they want to do something better and not just as good as quality as Nikke, which it makes sense. You always want to try to keep striving for better, but that implies that Nikke is just not good enough to them, and that kind of, I don't know, that kind of stings. I'm just hoping that's a translation error, but that's just me. And then, with examples of subculture IPs being games like Genshin Impact, Honkai, Fate Grand Order, ShiftUp hopes to ramp up development in 2024 by attracting new hires. Obviously, with the amount of money that they're trying to get from the stock market, as well as, you know, Stellar Blade actually being like a AAA release for them in terms of like this console game, I'm not surprised that they're trying to do a PC port. And how long that's going to take is going to be up to them, because I think the PS5 port in terms of quality was really polished. I thought it was really great. I thought everything was sleek. It ran well from what I saw and played from the demo, so that was cool. But that being said, Project Witches is a lot of people's, like, what's going on with that? So I'm not surprised if this is going to be their next, like, their next gacha game following Nikke. Obviously, ShiftUp and many other gacha studios want to keep going, then want to just maintain the same property. That's natural. That's how business works. You want to move on to the next thing while maintaining your current property. I mean, look at Azure Lane with Azure Primelia, that like open world game that they're releasing. We have so many like open world games coming out that want to be released. I know like Girls Frontline is still out, but then Girls Frontline 2 is right now in China with the whole NTR drama and all that. I don't know what's going on with that. But obviously a lot of other games are starting to release their own other things alongside. And one of the main things that I want to talk about is how is this going to affect Nikke down the line? Well, as you can see, it says 2027 or later. So right now it's 2024. So I think we're not going to see any decline in quality because as far as we're aware, Stellar Blade made its money on the initial launch. That's where a lot of those big games get their money from. Obviously in the future when there's discounts and stuff, they'll see a spike in sales. But with gacha games, there's always a growing, there's always constant money flow because of the nature of gacha games. Every month, every 2 weeks, there's going to be money coming in from these banners, from these events, from big events, from the things they release, gacha costumes and all that. This is their moneymaker right now. And as far as they're aware, if they're a smart studio, they're not going to play dumb and lower the quality at least until 2027 or later whenever this game releases, and who knows what's going to happen till then. And I have some insight into what might happen because look at Destiny Child, and when they EOS'd about 6 months after the launch of Nikke. So I remember at launch a lot of people were kind of angry with Destiny Child because, I mean, not a lot of Destiny Child players were angry with Nikke because it kind of overshadowed the game, and you can obviously see that there was going to be a huge decline. And obviously the money was, they weren't making that much money in terms of Destiny Child compared to Nikke. But that's also because Destiny Child kind of suffered from generosity. I know that's going to sound weird to say, but I do feel like Destiny Child suffered from generosity because that game was very friendly. It was very friendly, and it didn't make as much money. And I feel like there's a line between generosity and having to be a little stingy when it comes to giving to players. And I feel like Nikke is in a good spot with that. Like, we do get a free tempo every event because of the event shop, but we really don't get a lot of freebies until we get big events going on, you know what I mean? And that makes sense because they want big events to attract more people, so freebies attract more players, increases the income of money, all that. Which makes sense. I don't see any effect to Nikke until 2027 or later, whenever this Project Witches gets shown off. And who even knows if it'll affect it, because it's not like you can't maintain 2 gacha games at the same time. Because look at Genshin, look at Honkai, those games are doing really, really well, literally the top gacha games, and they're together. So with how strong Nikke is in terms of the gacha market, I feel like they will maintain this game even past 2027, unlike Destiny Child, because this game is still making millions, and I doubt they'll drop so much that it won't make millions. But we're good for a while. I feel like I've seen some Doom posting and stuff for no reason, but we have still a while, so just enjoy the game, and don't worry about it too much. I'm gonna be here, and who knows, maybe you'll see It's Boo Nikke / Project Witches. Who knows, right? Who knows? Who knows how long I'll be doing this for? But as far as I'm aware, I still love Nikke, and I'm gonna be here along for the ride. And if anything, this game came out in 2022, so if this game still goes on till 2027, a lot of games, like, kind of have, like, that rare lifespan, like, because a lot of gacha games shut down within a year, like, even games you don't know about, a lot of gacha games shut down. So hitting that 3+ year is insane, and the fact that Destiny Child hit that 6-year mark around there is really impressive, and Shift Up is pretty content with the way Nikke is going, so I feel like this game's going to be here for a while longer. Maybe even longer than Destiny Child. But that's my opinion. Wanted to know what your thoughts are. What do you think Project Witches is? Do you think it's going to be an open world game, or do you think it's going to be something similar to Nikke and then they're going to expand upon it? Because the fact that they want to hit PC, consoles, and mobile on release really shows that they really want to try to target so many audiences like Genshin, like how Honkai is and stuff, in terms of the console and PC market, other than just mobile. And I really feel like I'm starting to see that slowdown in the mobile landscape for them, because so many events involve this big map that it's hard to try to watch just on like the one-handed version of mobile rather than the landscape. But I'm excited. I really like Shift Up's quality in terms of games. I like Destiny Child when I played it, and I really like Nikke, obviously. So I'm excited. I don't know how I feel about it, if it is a like an open world thing, because I feel like right now we have what, Zenless Zone Zero, we have Wuthering Waves, Duet Night Abyss. Like there's so many gacha games coming out that are open world that I feel like there's gonna be like a really tough competition for, especially Azure Primelia, because I know that one's gonna be open world as well. Like, when is the gacha community gonna get tired of this open world idea? We'll have to see, but who knows? But that's it for me. I really just wanted to talk about it, what it probably means for Nikke and all that. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you didn't even know this was going on, you know, I hope you liked a little bit of insight. But thank you again for all the support. You guys have been awesome with it, and I'm just going to keep on going. So you guys have a lovely night, a lovely day, wherever you're from. And once again, thank you for everything. Goodbye, and take care.